Hello.
Hi.
We'll start with a checkup today. So how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Doing okay?
Mm.
Can you explain what okay is a little bit more?
I don't know, I guess I'm just feeling normal. Yeah.
Okay. How's school going?
It's going well. Yeah. Still getting good grades.
Good. English class is going well?
Yeah. We're reading some good stories.
Good. What kind of stories are you reading?
Like some adventure stories.
Good. So, from a 1 to 10, well, how's your art class? We'll ask about you.
That's good.
Doing any fun projects?
We've been painting.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
Good. So, from a 1 to 10, how would you rate how you're doing with school, or talking to others like we were working on from our first session to now?
Like 10 is the best, you mean?
Yeah.
I'd say school's about the same.
Okay.
I mean, schoolwork's getting a little harder.
Yeah.
It's later in the year, but it's about the same, I'd say.
What number would you
Oh,
classify
I forgot.
as the same?
Maybe like a 7.
Okay. 7's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So I want to start off too with just kind of clearing up how I felt sessions are going and what your opinions are about it. So I felt kind of overall that the sessions, you don't always share a lot with kind of how you're feeling or your thoughts about what's going on as much as what might be beneficial to what we're doing. And so I just want to share that for this time to be most beneficial, to have you be more open and share more about what you're thinking and how you're feeling. What do you think about that?
I guess, I mean, I can.
Good?
Yeah. I don't really feel like I'm not, but I don't
Okay.
really know what to say about it.
Okay. Well, I have an art activity that might help us kind of increase the flow of how that might work out for us.
Okay.
So I have some markers here, and we're going to start off with one. We're going to do 4 drawings, and we're going to start off with one drawing at a time.
Okay.
So I have big markers and small markers. So we're going to, the first image that you will create is an image for what you think mad looks like.
Okay.
And kind of make an image without any nameable objects. And I'll give you like a few minutes, and you can just turn it over and put it to the side when you're done.
Okay. Should I start now?
Yeah. Okay. And any questions? Is you good?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Cool. And the second image, you will create an image for sad.
Okay.
Good. Third image will be scared. Last image is happy. Great. So you can go ahead and turn them over. And how did you feel about that experience?
It's kind of hard. Yeah. Think about what they would look like. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. I know you like art, so I'm sure it was cool to kind of bring that into our sessions.
Yeah, it's fun to do.
Is there any other reasons why it might have been difficult?
I don't know, I guess you can't really see them, so you don't know what they look like.
Yeah. Which one felt the easiest to make?
I don't know, I think it was really fun to make this one,
Yeah.
but I guess it was pretty easy to think about what this one would look like.
Yeah, it looked like when you first started, this one was almost quicker to get started than. Yeah. Which one was the most difficult to do?
Probably scared.
Hmm.
I didn't really know how to draw that.
Okay. Good. So now we'll kind of go through each image. Can you tell me what you might have been thinking when you were making the mad image?
I don't know if I was thinking anything in particular, but I was just thinking of a time that I'm mad and I'm just so I kind of just made a big like a burst, I guess.
So kind of your overall feelings of whenever you're mad.
Yeah.
What about when you're sad?
I just kind of felt like sad is like being like down kind of thing. So I made it something that's like drooping down.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. How about scared?
I don't know, I guess red and black and gray are kind of just colors I thought of when I thought about scared. And then I just kind of started drawing, but it looks to me like a wall, kind of,
Yeah.
which I guess kind of makes sense when you're thinking about scared, like something just like in the way, like stops you.
And maybe even when something happens and you're scared, it's like kind of putting up a wall to protect yourself against something.
Yeah.
What about the happy image?
I don't know. I just think pink and orange and yellow are happy colors, and circles are happy, I guess. I don't know. And it ended up kind of looking like the sun or like flowers or something, which is also a happy thing. I don't know how I came up with that one.
Very good. Thanks for sharing. So now I'd like you to pair or group, however you see fit, the images that you think kind of look the same. Maybe they have the same colors, maybe they have the same line arrangement or anything like that.
Well, this one doesn't really look like any of them. I think these two look similar. It's both like up and down. This one has the same colors as this, kind of. So maybe like these two and these two. But this one's kind of by itself.
Yeah, the colors are definitely more different than those. It's interesting that kind of these shapes, burst shapes, are in the
That's true. I didn't notice that. I guess being happy is kind of like a burst too.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about the similarities between these three? Or just those two and these two?
I don't know.
I liked your comment about the wall for that. What do you think about with that image too?
I mean, it's definitely up and down also, but it's not as much of a wall. I don't know, it's kind of like a wall, but
A little more flowy, not like
yeah.
blocky like
I feel like if it was a wall, it wouldn't be like as strong. This one's just kind of like solid wall.
So is there any recent event that you would pair for these images? Maybe even thinking about school?
Like 4 different events? Or like one that has all 4 of them? You know what
Yeah, which doesn't matter, whichever one.
I mean? I guess like since it's springtime and it's really nice out, we've been able to have lunch outside a couple times, and we could pick where we wanted to sit outside, and I ended up sitting by myself, and I was pretty
Mhm.
sad about it. So
Okay.
I would say this,
Yeah.
but I probably could have moved somewhere else, but I didn't. So I might have had sort of a wall up then too. So maybe that's kind of how these two are similar.
Yeah.
And can happen at the same time.
Maybe even sometimes if you're scared, it could make you sad, or maybe in situations that make you sad, you can kind of grow scared a little bit, maybe.
Maybe.
What about your mad image? Anything happen that can correlate with that one?
I don't think I ever really get very mad. I guess sometimes I can get like frustrated.
Okay.
I don't know if I ever get like mad, like show that I'm angry at anyone or like,
Yeah.
you know. But I suppose I can get frustrated.
Okay.
It's kind of similar.
Yeah. Good. Which emotion would you pick of how you're feeling now?
I'm feeling good right now. I guess I feel pretty happy right now.
Good.
Yeah. There's nothing really scary or sad or angry right now, so.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So, my next question will kind of lead us into the next activity that we'll do together. What do you think can make you feel these emotions? What do you think can cause them?
I guess just like different things that happen, like depending on what they are. You know, different reaction,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Definitely. Anything more you want to share?
Not really. Can't really think of anything in particular.
Okay. Okay. So I have this. I'll put these inside there. This next thing I want to do will kind of, well, not kind of, it will help us think about what happens to us during a situation, and then what we think about it, and then how it would make you feel.
Okay.
So, for the first one, I'll have you read this first box here under World.
World, a series of positive, neutral, and negative events.
So, it's like a bunch of things that happen to you throughout the day. They can be good things, they can be bad things, they can be like, things, you know, it doesn't really affect you too much. And so we'll come up with 2 positive events
Okay.
and 2 negative events too.
Okay.
And we will, if you can come up with those events that relate to school, that would be the best.
Okay.
So what would be a positive, 2 positive events that you think?
I guess getting a good grade on a test.
Okay. Okay, what would another one be?
To be something that's like actually happened, or
It could be, or maybe a future positive event. We could do, yeah, for positive we can do either something that has happened or something in the future.
making a new friend.
Okay. Okay, so now we'll think of 2 negative events.
Getting made fun of.
Okay.
I don't know, just being bored at school.
Okay. So, and does the neutral events make sense? Or do we want to come up with an example of that?
I guess being bored at school is kind of a neutral thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of,
It could be kind of negative, but it could be kind of neutral.
okay.
I don't know, I can't really think of any other neutral ones.
Yeah. Do we want to come up with a very strong, like a stronger negative event for your second one, or do we want to stick with that one?
I guess maybe a better negative would be like what I was talking about, like sitting alone at lunch.
Okay, yeah. Good. All right, now I'll have you go ahead and read the thoughts column.
Okay. You interpret the events with a series of thoughts that continually flow through your mind. This is called your internal dialogue.
Good. So something happens, and it's kind of, what you say to yourself when it happens. Thoughts that say to yourself, go on through your head, that type of thing.
Okay.
So we'll use these same ones. So with getting a good grade on a test, what would your thoughts be about when that happens?
I'm thinking that I did a good job of my studying paid off.
Good. Any other ones?
No, that's probably it for that one.
Okay. Alright, what about the second?
I would think now I have somebody to sit with and talk to and laugh with at school. And even at my house, like have somebody over.
thoughts?
My mom would probably be happy too.
What about your first negative event?
I guess I'd be thinking that if they're making fun of me, I guess I'd be thinking that they're mean. I don't think you should ever make fun of anybody.
Anything else?
Guess it would probably make me feel bad about myself if they're making fun of me. I don't know why they'd make fun of me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll go ahead and leave the neutral one just by itself and kind of focus on our positive and negatives. So what would you be thinking with the second negative event?
Sitting alone at lunch. I guess like, why does anyone want to sit with me?
Yeah.
And I guess with the story I was telling before, like, why am I too shy to go sit with someone else?
Good. Anything else?
That's all I can think of.
Okay. Alright, then I'll go ahead and have you read the last one.
Mood. Your feelings are created by your thoughts and not the actual events. All experiences must be processed through your brain and given a conscious meaning before you experience any emotional response.
So, your mood is how you react to what you're thinking. Does that make sense?
Kind of. Like what I do, like how I react, or like, it's
Yeah.
just how I feel.
Yeah, how you feel about how you feel can,
That's true.
go into how you react to something. So, like, behaviorally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so how you feel, the emotions you get by
Okay.
what you're telling yourself, basically. So, what would the feeling or the emotion be with the first positive event?
I guess happy and proud.
Yeah. Any others?
I feel like I was smart. I don't think that's really a mood or an emotion.
We'll write it down. That's still good. Almost like a thought too.
Kinda, yeah.
I'm
Here you
smart.
go.
Good. All right. What about your second one?
I feel happy.
Yeah.
And try think of a word that means not lonely.
Mm.
Happy and yeah, I don't know. Connected, I guess.
Connected.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll put unlonely here.
Unlonely.
Because I cannot think of it. Good. Okay. What about your first negative event?
I guess that would be a situation where I would feel mad.
Yeah.
And I get mad when other people are getting made fun of too.
Mm.
And sad.
Yeah.
And I guess I already said it would make me feel bad about myself, kind of. I don't know what that would be.
Kind of like a confidence buster.
Yeah.
That's more confidence. Okay. Second negative event.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I guess it might make me mad, but not really mad because they're not really doing anything to me, you know.
Okay.
Maybe, I guess reading my thoughts made me kind of mad at myself.
Mm.
I'm lonely.
Good. Any others?
Bored too.
Mm. Yeah. Good.
That's all I can think of.
Good. Well, great. Does this make sense overall?
Yeah.
Good.
It's funny to look at my thoughts.
Yeah. It's different when they're on paper and reading them to yourself again.
I don't always think about what I'm thinking, really. Sometimes I just notice how I'm feeling and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most people do that. I know I definitely do that sometimes. Start feeling a certain way about what happens to me without listening into what I'm saying to myself about it. Yeah. How do you feel about, well, I guess you kind of shared that, how you felt about looking at it overall. So, any other thoughts or feelings you'd like to share about it?
No, I think it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go back to our negative events. So we're going to look at these again, and we're going to see what we can change about the thoughts in order to make it into looking at it positively.
Okay.
That makes sense. So an event happens where people are making fun of you. And these are probably the first thoughts that you would think when that happens. what could be something else that you could say to yourself or think to yourself that wouldn't make you feel mad, sad, or lacking confidence?
Well, I think this one's easy.
Okay.
I think that I would think to myself, at least I'm not the one who's being mean.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think when I see people being made fun of. I don't know if it would be so easy if I was getting made fun of to think that, but
Okay.
I know that when I see other people being made fun of, I think that, because people get made fun of all the time at school.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about if it was you being made fun of? What do you think? Changing thoughts.
I think I would try to think that too, but I think it would be hard to. Maybe like, I don't know, they're just trying to show off, like they're not really saying anything that means anything.
Yeah. You're just showing off. Your words don't
Like,
mean
I don't need to listen to them.
Yeah, I think those are very good. So, if you thought those things instead of these things, how do you think you would feel afterwards?
I'd probably feel better.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I would be as mad or as sad, but probably still a little bit. But
Yeah.
I'd probably be able to make myself not mad or sad eventually if I thought about that.
Maybe it wouldn't ruin your whole day or something like that?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
If I thought that right away, like, that wouldn't even bother me,
Yeah, wouldn't bother as much. Yeah.
But I think it would still bother me if they were making fun of somebody else, too.
Yeah.
'Cause what I'm thinking about that doesn't really matter.
And I think that's totally normal, because I mean, words can definitely hurt you. So I think that these feelings and reactions, I think, are normal, But then thinking more positive thoughts can, like you said, not ruin your day, maybe not affect you entirely too much, Good. Okay. I think we'll have a little time for the last one. So this is good because this is what actually happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do you think how do you think your thoughts could change from these here?
Mm-hmm. That one's kind of hard because I can't really think of anything positive about sitting alone at lunch. But I guess maybe if I'm thinking that I know that I could do something about it, maybe I could change it so that I'm like, I guess like telling myself I can do something, like.
Yeah. I think that's a good statement to bring up. I can. Let's make a second I can statement. What do you think?
I can pick a table and try to sit there, I guess. I don't know.
I can pick a different table?
Yeah. Or like I can try new tables until I find somewhere I like to sit. I don't know. Find some people I like to sit with.
Could I make it more general where I can try new things? Okay, so how do you think your mood would be affected by these statements?
Well, if I was thinking all those things, I'd probably feel pretty confident.
Yeah?
I guess if I was thinking that I can do all those things and it worked out for me, I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm. It worked out. Do you think too that since you made the effort to even try these things, and even though it didn't work out, you could still even look back and be like, well, I still did it. You know? I think that's another boosting confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Any other feelings?
I don't know, I might feel relieved if it worked.
Yeah.
Too.
Good.
That's all I can think of.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
So I think you did a really good job with that. I think you did an excellent job with knowing how to change your thoughts of negative events that can happen. And I think it was good for us to kind of talk about this too, because I noticed during some of the times we would talk, you would mention that nobody would talk to you, or you would try to talk to someone and it wouldn't work out, and so feeling like, well, nobody else would want to talk to me. So I think if your thoughts changed from like, well, maybe there's just one person didn't want to talk to me, it might not like be that for every single person. So what do you think about that? Do you have any thoughts or feelings about that?
I think that makes sense. My mom says that to me sometimes, but it makes more sense after doing this
Okay.
and like actually seeing how they could be different and how that could change my mood.
Yeah. Good. So I know we had homework or a goal
Mm-hmm.
from last time, and how did that go?
Well, I don't really remember what I said, but I know that I tried to talk to somebody in my art class, but I don't really remember what I said because it didn't really go anywhere.
Okay.
I feel like they just either didn't listen to me or didn't care to respond to whatever I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what normally happens, I guess.
Okay. So how do you think, after what we've done here, what could you get from that situation? Or does that make sense? How could
Yeah.
you? Okay.
That makes sense. I guess maybe the only thing I can do is think about it differently, like maybe not take it like as an insult, like they don't want to talk to me, I guess. Maybe just thinking like maybe they're just not interested in that one thing I said, or maybe someone else would be interested in it.
Mm-hmm. And it was during art class too, right? Maybe they were really concentrated on what they were doing, and
Maybe.
good. Is there a goal or something new that you'd want to work on for the week?
No, I think that like maybe just practicing changing my thoughts would be good.
Yeah.
Since I kind of know what that looks like now.
Mm-hmm. And going back to what you said too of how it's different with reading them on a page. So even keeping like a thought journal might be good to do.
Yeah, because I could put negatives and positives in there.
Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Good. Anything else you want to share before we end?
I don't think so.
Good. Well, good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.